Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page.
Well, good evening and welcome to the Estadio Mendizorroza as Deportivo Alaves welcome the newly crowned kings of La Liga, Barcelona. The Catalans partied long into the night on Sunday, having retained the title against fierce rivals. Continues as they face relegation-threatened Alaves tonight, but with the possibility of ending the season on 100 points. Barca will want to avoid any hangovers and move a step closer to that points total. Alaves will be hoping that this could be the best time to face their opponents and catch the league champions off guard and grab some vital points as they look to beat the drop and stay in Spain's top tier. 2 points are all that separate Alaves and their closest rivals above them, and the pressure is on after Levante secured a much-needed 3-2 win last night, which lifted them out of the bottom three. So with 3 games to go, both sides know that every point matters. I'm your commentator, Ben Hayes, and it is a pleasure to be bringing you live radio coverage of this midweek La Liga tie between Deportivo Alaves and Barcelona. So as the two teams emerge from the tunnel, let's get into the team news. Well, Alaves haven't beaten Barcelona at home in their last 9 meetings, so something will have to change if they are to snap that streak. Head coach Quique Sanchez Flores has made 2 changes to the side that drew with Elche on Saturday, with Loni Vile-Koski replacing Jonny Otto and Denis Suárez coming in for Pablo Ibánez. Lucas Boye is on the sidelines with a hamstring injury, and Facundo Garcés is still out through suspension. And what a week it's been for Barcelona head coach Hansi Flick, having wrapped up the La Liga title on Saturday against their bitter rivals and confirming that he'll be staying with the Catalan Giants until at least 2028. He was, however, mourning the recent loss of his father, who passed just before Sunday's title-winning game. All our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family at this time. Having already won the league, Hansi Flick has made a total of 8 changes for the team's game for tonight's game.
Martínez. And in the starting lineup for tonight's hosts, Barcelona, of course, recently officially crowned La Liga champions once again. Number 25, Wojciech Szczesny. Number 23, Jules Koundé. Number 5, Pau Cubarsí. Number 36, Alvaro Cortés. Number 3, Alejandro Balde. Number 17, Marc Casado. Number 22, Marc Bernal. Number 19, Ronnie Bardghji. Number 20, Dani Olmo. Number 14, Marcus Rashford. And number 9, and the captain, Robert Lewandowski. So as we've just touched on there, Barcelona in their most recent game were officially crowned La Liga champions and did so by defeating their arch rivals Real Madrid. So whilst this game might not mean too much from Barcelona's perspective, this game certainly means everything for their opposition tonight. So if you're not aware of just how congested the bottom half of the La Liga table is, it really is quite something. So for both teams today, this is their 3rd to last game in the La Liga season, and Deportivo Alaves currently find themselves 2nd bottom. But it is so congested in this bottom half, it is unbelievable. So Deportivo Alaves are currently 2 points adrift of safety. This is their 3rd to last game, but remarkably, only 6 points separates 19th from 10th. So Sevilla, who got a massive win, by the way, earlier today, Sevilla in 10th position, are still only 6 points clear of Alaves, who are second bottom in the relegation zone. So you still have the likes of Sevilla, Rayo Vallecano, who of course are in the final of the UEFA Conference League, Osasuna, Valencia, Espanyol, Elche, Real Mallorca, Levante and Girona, as well as Alaves, are all still involved in the relegation dogfight, and it's only Real Oviedo so far who are definitely relegated. They're 8 points adrift at the bottom. So it's a huge game for Alaves. If they can get a win, they can move up into 15th position. So a win would see them move up 4 spots, but of course they would have to beat the new La Liga champions, or rather the La Liga champions once again anyway. So a huge task ahead of Alaves. Their home record is not too, well, I say not too bad, it's still certainly a lot better than their away record. In terms of the home league table, Alaves find themselves in 15th spot, 6 wins, 6 draws and 5 defeats from their 17 home games. Barcelona away from home have won 12 of their 17 league games away from home, but of course they've won 18 from 18 at home in the league. Absolutely extraordinary. And so overall they've won 30 of their 35 league games this season, and if they win every league game remaining, they would finish the league season with exactly 100 points, and they need to score 9 more goals in their 3 remaining league games to also reach 100 league goals for this season as well. So it's been an incredible season domestically for Barcelona. We'll of course give you a rundown of what else is happening elsewhere, because there's a lot of key games, not just in Spain but around Europe as well. The match between Getafe and Real Mallorca has just kicked off. So that kicked off around about a minute ago. Earlier on today, Espanyol defeated Athletic Club Bilbao 2-0. And also earlier on today, Villarreal lost at home to Sevilla 3-2. And as we mentioned before, that's a huge win for Sevilla. That win might just keep them safe. So we're just about to start here then between Deportivo Alaves and Barcelona at the Mendizorroza Stadium. We'll run through the substitutes just when we can, when we've got a little bit of a break. But for now we are underway here as Alaves take on Barcelona. First against second bottom, but certainly not a dead rubber match, because Alaves have everything to play for here. So Alaves in dark blue and yellow, and Barcelona in kind of like a salmon top, salmon coloured away strip that Barcelona are in for this game, almost kind of like pink / salmon I will go for there. So Alaves already starting on the front foot though, and the goalkeeper is just unable to avoid a corner. So despite Szczesny's best efforts, Alaves have won a corner very early on, starting positively and on the front foot here, desperate for a win. In terms of the form guide, Alaves with just 1 win in their last 6 games, and that is what's seen them fall just a little bit adrift of safety. 2 points adrift here. So corner comes in from the left hand side, just towards 8 yards out. Some appeals for handball. That was mainly from the Alaves home supporters, nothing given by the referee, and Barcelona just boot the ball up into the right back area for Alaves, where Ángel Pérez is. Looks as if Alaves have got 5 at the back here, so 5-3-2 formation with Martínez and Diabate leading the line for Alaves. Barcelona with a 4-2-3-1. Alaves' manager, by the way, is former Watford boss Quique Sanchez Flores. He's the head coach at Alaves, and of course desperate to avoid relegation this season. So we've just got a slight break in play here, so we just wait for a throw-in for the hosts. And of course we'll give you a rundown of what else is happening elsewhere in Europe, as there's a lot of big games. We'll give you an update as and when we can, whenever we have any elongated breaks in this match, because of course there is the final of the Coppa Italia that's taking place tonight between Serie A champions Inter Milan and Lazio, managed by former Chelsea head coach Maurizio Sarri. There's also a huge Premier League game tonight. Manchester City need a win at home against Crystal Palace to keep the pressure on league leaders Arsenal, and it's also a huge night in the SPL title race in Scotland too. Back here though at the Mendizorroza Stadium, Alaves again just trying to build up pressure down this right hand side, but now Barcelona will just feed the ball away here. Now just down this left hand side, just looking to apply some pressure here on Alaves' right back role, and the hosts there have done well to win the ball back here, and they've actually just won a free kick, and it's the number 14 Tenaglia who's gone down here in the 4th minute. He's now back up though, just a little bit of a late challenge there from Casado. Yeah, just a collision, but nothing malicious or anything like that at all. So it's going to be a throw now to Alaves. It's going to be taken by Rabash. Right over on the halfway line here, the Algerian player. So throw-in finds Toni Martínez, who's had a decent season individually. Scored 12 goals in La Liga this season. And his goals have helped give Alaves a chance here, but Barcelona back in possession now in their defence. Koundé now over to Barcelona's left-hand side. Long searching delivery. Just down the right flank now for Barcelona with Bardaji. The assistant referee seems to have actually given a throw to Alaves, or rather a free kick for some shirt pulling there. So it's actually going to be a free kick to Barcelona. Quique Sanchez Flores just having a few words with the referee here. Referee quite a bit taller than Sanchez Flores, so Sanchez Flores standing right up to him, but having to look up at him as he pleads his case. He was certain it should have been a free kick to his side, but it's gone to Barcelona. So the free kick taken short. Now with Koundé further up the right flank with Bardaji. Koundé, Kabasi, back to Cortez. Now with Balde, further up down this left-hand side. Barcelona midway down this left flank here, and with Casado. Switch to the right flank again to Koundé, linking up nicely with Bardaji. And an attempted through ball comes back out though to Bernal. They could go for a long-range attempt here from 25 yards with Marcus Rashford. Just couldn't quite get the ball away in time though. Now Barcelona have dispossessed. They're in a decent position here with Bardaji, and it's well, I think it was a shot. Was drifted quite a long way wide though. But that's the first effort of any kind in this game from Ronnie Bardaji. As we reach the 7th minute of the match. As we mentioned before then, not the most significant of matches for Barcelona. Of course, they've got the La Liga title in the bag. Currently 14 points clear of Real Madrid with 3 games still to go, including tonight's match. Elsewhere, it is still goalless between Getafe and Real Mallorca. And I can tell you, by the way, that Man City are currently 1-0 up at home against Crystal Palace. That started a little bit earlier. Antoine Semenyo with the only goal of the game there so far, but that did kick off half an hour before this one between Alaves and Barcelona. So the visitors back on the attack here, just on the left of centre with Balde. Just looking for his options here. Alaves sitting pretty deep at the moment, but we still haven't had a shot on target so far in this game. Now back to the right flank. Nice little 1-2 there Koundé with a lovely delivery there, and Barcelona have got a chance, and it's Rashford that goes for goal, and it's not too far away at all. Just only narrowly wide of the post there from the England international. Still actually on loan from Manchester United. Of course, had a loan spell at Aston Villa last season as well. That's certainly the best opportunity of the game so far. Lovely delivery there from Koundé. Just finding Rashford at that far post, and well, perhaps by Rashford's very high standards, maybe the England international should have done a bit better there, but certainly the best chance we've had so far in the opening 9 minutes now of this game. Still Deportivo Alaves 0, Barcelona 0, and what is a massive game for Alaves, as we touched on before there. 2 points adrift of safety going into tonight's game, and including tonight's match, just 3 matches remaining for Alaves in what is an incredible relegation battle where still around 10 teams are still technically involved. It still goes right all the way up to Sivera in 10th, but Sivera got a huge victory, and a very important victory away at third place Villarreal, 3-2 away from home. Huge win there for Sivera. Attempted through ball down the right flank, doesn't get anywhere near Balde, so it's going to be a goal kick for Sivera to take. Just have a slight break here. Still goalless between Getafe and Real Mallorca. And just a reminder, earlier on today in La Liga as well, it finished 2-0 to Espanyol at home over Athletic Club Bilbao. It's now Manchester City 2, Crystal Palace 0, by the way. Omar Mamouche with a goal in the 40th minute. As play gets back underway here at the Medizarrotza Stadium. Barcelona dispossessed pretty quickly. Ball played up to the left-hand side from Bernal. Now Rashford to Bernal again, just in the centre of midfield, now just over the halfway line. Sent forwards there by Cortés. Now Barcelona have got a chance here. It's a 20-yard effort there from Dani Olmo. Takes a big deflection, and it will be a corner then to Barcelona on the right-hand side. Deflection there from Suárez. So it's going to be Barcelona's first corner of the game then. Just in front of the end, where we've got some huge Alaves flags in the Alaves colours, praying that their team can get a positive result today against the La Liga champions once again. So we're just waiting for the corner delivery to come in. The corner is going to be taken by Balde. Balde with the corner. It's a chance, but it's blocked there just in front of the goal line, but the danger's still not gone away. Lewandowski looking to get a delivery in just from the byline on the right hand side. Couldn't quite get enough space, and Alaves have done pretty well there to win a throw-in on the left hand side of their defence. So another bit of a chance there for Barca, but Alaves have still kept the score goalless. It was Rashford again actually with the shot, but it was blocked immediately this time. So it's going to be a throw for Alaves on this left hand side of their defence. It's getting a little bit scrappy here in the centre of midfield. We've got a Barcelona player down, it's Casado, but he's got straight back up. Alaves' defence play the ball back to Antonio Sivera. Long ball up top, as Diabate looks to latch onto, and he does well there. Now Alaves can play it back to Blanco. Now Suárez. Now Alaves can go down this right-hand side here. Can they create their first meaningful opportunities? A delivery here across the face of goal. Barcelona's defence is equal to it though. And now they can play the ball away from danger, and they look to go in the counter very, very quickly indeed. That's good defending though on the left-hand side of Alaves' backline through Rebash. On ball from the hosts, and Barcelona will win back possession, and they'll just knock it straight back to Szczesny, of course, former Arsenal goalkeeper. Now into the 13th minute then, and still goalless between Alaves and Barcelona. Barcelona just keeping possession now in the middle of play, just inside the centre circle. Bernal to the left-hand side. Bernal again. Just keeping the tempo pretty low at the moment here, in no rush. Barcelona's next game, by the way, is at home against Real Betis, who have pretty sure have now assured themselves of 5th position in La Liga, and that should actually see them in the Champions League next season. Alaves' next game is a huge match away at already relegated Real Oviedo, and you've got to feel that if Alaves are going to stay up, they're going to have to win that game on their travels away at already relegated Oviedo. That Alaves have now just won a free kick just in front of their own area through Garidi. Alaves take the free kick short and quick, and that's a nice ball there up down the left hand side. Rebash tries to get a delivery in low down, and it's cleared away nicely there by the Barcelona defence. Good breakaway play there from the hosts, just giving the Barcelona defence something to think about. And so it's going to be a corner then to Quique Sanchez Flores' side here. And what can Alaves do on the set pieces? So we now just move to the quarter-hour mark of this La Liga game in the home straight of this domestic season. So Suárez to take the corner on this left-hand side, aimed at the far post. It's kind of flapped at a little bit there by Szczesny, but it's enough to take the ball initially out of danger. But Alaves regain possession, back to their defence just over the halfway line. Now with Rebash again. Nice delivery on the right flank. I think it's just got a little bit too much purchase on it though. Indeed it has, and it's going to be a goal kick for Wojciech Szczesny to take. He'll just take his time here. In terms of the match stats then so far, so Alaves have had 1 shot, not on target. Barcelona have had 4 shots overall, but again, none on target. Alaves have had 2 corners to Barcelona's 1. I can tell you in the other La Liga game that's kicked off at the exact same time as this one, Getafe have taken the lead there. So it's Getafe 1, Real Mallorca 0. Throw then for Barcelona, deep down in a defensive position on their left-hand side, and then Alaves just concede a foul. So free kick now taken short from Kubasi in the heart of Barcelona's defence here. As we mentioned before, Barcelona officially won the La Liga title just a few days ago after beating their arch rivals and, well, much in trouble club at the moment, Real Madrid, just going from one crisis to another. A lot of talks that Jose Mourinho, a certain special one, is on his way back to Real Madrid from Benfica. Still not officially confirmed yet, but it really does look like that is very much on the cards. But Alaves now just bursting down this left-hand side here. This is a great run from Rebash. He's got about 30 yards here, but it's a heavy touch though to Ibrahim Diabate. And if he'd just had a good first touch there, Diabate could have had an opportunity to have gone for goal in a promising position. But that was a lovely run down that left-hand side from Abdi Rebash. It just couldn't be finished there by Diabate. But a bit of a warning sign now for the visitors. Barcelona just moving the ball to the right-hand side of their defence, and then Koundé passes back to Szczesny. That's Cortés. Up to the centre of midfield. Now to the right flank for Barcelona, about 15 yards over the halfway line into Alaves' own half. Last touch comes from Rebash, who's had a bright start to the game. Bardaghi takes the throw-in. Now into the centre circle. Already onto the left-hand side, about 15 yards over the halfway line. Now Barcelona have moved the ball in here to Olmo. It's about 25 yards away from goal, just looking for enough space to get a delivery in. That's a lovely through ball, and it's an attempt there, but it's blocked straight away. Very good defending indeed. And it's just enough for Alaves to keep this clean sheet. Good thinking though from Dani Olmo. But Koski there with a great block to maintain Alaves' clean sheet and keep them on level terms in this game. So it's going to be a corner for Barcelona. It's taken short on this right-hand side. Olmo. Now back to the right flank here. Delivery comes in to the 6-yard area, but Alaves' defence are able to clear the ball away. And we've got a lot of Alaves players behind the ball. They're really being stretched here at the moment. Now possession is with Bardaggi to Casado. Good movement here from Barca. 19 minutes gone, still 0-0 in this enormous game for the hosts tonight. Barcelona still in possession, just over the halfway line. Just a lot of short passing at the moment. Now that's a better pass, more attacking pass through the middle. Now Rashford, just inside the area on the left-hand side. Tries to get a delivery in, but it's blocked. But then Rashford himself blocks the attempted clearance, and in the end that'll be a goal kick for Sivera to take. Still Getafe 1, Real Mallorca 0. At half-time at the Etihad Stadium, it's Manchester City 2, Crystal Palace 0. So we're just waiting for this goal kick to be taken by Antonio Sivera. Still waiting for the deadlock to be broken here. Certainly been plenty of goals in Barcelona matches this season in La Liga. 122 goals have been scored in Barcelona's 35 league games so far this season. Been plenty of goals as well in Alaves games. 95 goals in 35 matches. So you would be surprised if this was to end goalless here. Alaves back on the attack, just down this right-hand side, just able to get into a good position. But can they get the delivery in? It does come in, almost finds a player there, just on the edge of the 6-yard box. Now it comes over to the number 21 Rebac, who goes for goal there, and it's only just wide of the target. From the number 21, Abdi Rebac. I think that must be a corner though. I'm sure that must have taken a deflection. The ball eventually span his way after going past Toni Martínez from 20 yards out. Oh, that was only narrowly wide of the target there. After Toni Martínez's missed kick at first. There were a couple of appeals for handball, but that would be extremely harsh. Yeah, it just actually comes off the head of a Barcelona defender. So 21 minutes in, it's a corner then to Alaves on the right-hand side. They've just got a bit of momentum here, and it's a shot on target from close range, but it's saved by Szczesny. But Alaves getting a bit closer. Still goalless though, as Koundé starts a new attack from scratch for Barcelona down this right-hand side. Receives support now. Bardaggi on this right flank, and all of a sudden Barcelona getting into a good position on the left-hand side, troubling the left-hand side of Alaves' defence. Barca win a throw-in about 25 yards away from the corner flag on this right flank. Ball rolls out again, but now we've got a Alaves player down on the turf. Looks as if it's Rebac. Collision there between him and Ronnie Bardaggi. And it's Rebac that came off the worst. It's Rebac who had that very good opportunity there just a couple of minutes ago for Alaves. So we're just waiting for the throw to be taken now, and it does by Koundé. Just passes the ball straight back to Kabasi. Now Cortez. Down this left-hand side. Finds Balde. Links up with Rashford on this left flank. Now to Kubasi. Cortez. Just coming out of the centre circle. Nice passing here from the visitors, and Alaves just keeping their shape though. Still not really been an actual save to make yet for Antonio Sivera, as we now just go past the midway point of the first half here. Koundé again on this right hand side. Now Barca just through the middle. Now Koundé on the right. Receives support there from Bardghji. A little bit risky there, but he's got away with it. Bardghji receives the ball once again. Now Koundé just going over the halfway line. Back into the centre circle. Taken out there by Bernal. Olmo. Balde. It's got Rashford over on the, hugging the touchline there. Tries to get a delivery in, and it just bounces just in front of Sivera, but he claims the ball ahead of Lewandowski. Bit of a sigh of relief there. Still Getafe 1, Real Mallorca 0 in the other La Liga game tonight. Long ball distributed then by the goalkeeper. Cleared away by Kubasi, so it's going to be a throw for Alaves on the left hand side, about 20 yards away from the corner flag. Alaves' top league goal scorer this season is Toni Martínez with 12. For Barcelona it's Ferran Torres with 16. He's just on the bench for tonight's game. So throwing comes in. Alaves moves the ball quickly towards the centre circle. Now moved out of there by Tenaglia. Now over to the right flank. And just back to the defence again through Pérez. Koski. Bit of a risky pass there, and they just about get away with it, but now Barcelona dispossessed at a crucial point. Lewandowski has got plenty of support here. Lewandowski might just go for goal himself, or he's taken too much time there. The Poland international, and that's a big let-off for Alaves. They've actually won a free kick. I'm not sure why Lewandowski took so long there, because he actually had a great option to his left-hand side. If he just played the pass, he'd have been clean through on goal there, but in the end Bardghji gives away a foul after tripping Parada. And with 26 minutes on the clock here, still goalless, and just not sure of Lewandowski's decision making there. Just let Alaves off the hook, and the free kick will be taken by Sivera, the goalkeeper. But just a quick run through by the way of the substitutes on offer for both games. Just come on to that in a minute, as Alaves just going on their next attack here. Suárez, long swinging ball to the right hand side. Now Alaves can just get inside Barca's 18-yard area, and they've won a corner here. So it's a corner for Alaves on their right hand side. Huge cheers from the home crowd. Came off Balde last. And so some more defending here for Barcelona. So this is Alaves' fourth corner of the game. It's an outswinger then from Alaves, headed away initially by the Barcelona defence. Now they'll look to play the ball out of danger. Bardghji running himself into trouble though, but the referee has given a free kick to Barca just in front of their own penalty area, much to the dismay, shall we say, of the Alaves supporters behind him. Now Barca quickly going down this left-hand side. Rashford linking up nicely again with Balde. Delivery comes in. Now to the right flank. Lovely first touch there from Bardghji. He's got Koundé to his right. Koundé now into Olmo. Back to Koundé, just on the outskirts of the 18-yard box. Barca in a good position. Bardghji looking to take on his man. About 15 yards away from the byline. Cuts to his left foot. gets the delivery in, played away by the Alaves defence. Now Alaves will look to hit Barca on the counters. Ambitious through ball, trying to find Diabate. You can see what they were trying to do, but just played the ball a little bit too early. And now Barcelona are back in possession. Olmo, about 10 yards over the halfway line, plays the ball to the left-hand side. Finds Balde. Now Lewandowski plays the ball to Rashford on the left flank through midfield. Every Barcelona outfield player inside Alaves' half. Kubasi, Koundé. Now Koundé again, he's got space here. He's now just inside the 18-yard box. He plays the ball across the face of goal, but it's claimed well by Sivera. Comes to Alaves' rescue. And so, still goalless. Just waiting for the keeper to play the ball back in. Goes long with his distribution. Nice header from Toni Martínez. Just keeps the ball in play. Now booted down the left-hand side from Rebac. Diabate looking to latch onto it. Just trying to hold the ball up there, but it's won back by Olmo. Lofted ball down the middle. This possession being given away here just a little bit too easily from Alaves' perspective. Now Barcelona can advance down the middle, but that's a poor pass though. Alaves can regain possession. Just got some space here on the right of centre. And again, just when Alaves have got some time, they play a poor ball and it just spoils their approach here. And just allows Barca off the hook. So the Catalan Giants and La Liga champions once again go on their next attack here. Casado. Rashford plays the ball in. Oh, and it's, I think it's actually an attempt on target there. It just goes over the goalkeeper and just over the bar and lands on the roof of the net. But it looks as if Rashford was going to cross, but he might actually have been going for goal there, the England international. And that was incredibly close to actually dipping in just underneath the bar. I think he actually meant that, you know. And it almost embarrassed Sivera. Goodness me, that was close there. Goalkeeper Sivera just urging for calm amongst his teammates. Even though Alaves, of course, going for the win, a point here against the La Liga champions could still be absolutely crucial, but that's as long as they can follow it up in their next game, if they can get a win away at already relegated Real Oviedo. And as we touched on before, you do get the feeling that if Alaves are going to stay up, they are surely going to have to win that game, you would have thought. And it's going to be a free kick to Barcelona, just behind the centre circle inside their own half here. Through ball, looking to play in Olmo, but it's cleared away by the boot there of Sivera with his left foot. Boots the ball as hard as he can down the middle. Last play goes down. It's Lewandowski, just about 10 yards over the halfway line, and that's clearly a free kick. Not seen a caution yet in this game, certainly not been a dirty game by any stretch of the imagination. Barcelona plays a free kick short and quick, but they're going to have to retake it because two of the Alaves players were still arguing with the referee. Referee for this game, Mr. Jose Maria Sanchez Martinez. VAR is present at this game, by the way, just in case if you were wondering. I'm sure you'll be delighted to know. So now the free kick can be taken. Short again. Now quickly down this left-hand side for Barca. Rashford to Balde. Kubasi. Bardaggi. Lamine Yamal injured, by the way. That is why Yamal is missing this game. And not even on the bench. Bardaggi just onto his left foot on the right hand side, actually brings the ball to the right of centre, just gets support now from Bernal. Now Balde, Rashford on this left-hand side. Keeps the ball. Now it's with Kabasi. And Alaves really having to sit deep here. Now into the 33rd minute, still goalless. Not really seen too many kind of clear-cut shots actually on target yet, but this game bubbling away nicely. Olmo, now to Lewandowski, plays the ball in, flights the ball into the area, but not the best of deliveries there from the Poland international. And it'll be a goal kick for Sivera to take. Still 1-0 between Getafe and Real Mallorca. The hosts there, Getafe, with the lead in the Premier League. The second half has now begun. Still Manchester City 2, Crystal Palace 0. Just by the way, in the SPL title race, so just very quickly, if Hearts win, if they beat Falkirk at home, and if Celtic lose away at Motherwell, Hearts will become the new Scottish Premier League champions. Now Hearts are beating Falkirk 2-0 as we're in the early stages of the second half, and it's currently 1-1 between Motherwell and Celtic, and I'm not sure exactly how many years it is, but it's been a long time since we had a Scottish Premier League champion that wasn't either Rangers or Celtic. So potentially a landmark moment there in the Scottish game. Back here though at the Mendizorroza Stadium, Alaves going down this right hand side in midfield here. It's towards the outskirts of Barcelona's penalty box. Now they can get a delivery in from the right hand side. Cleared away initially by the Barca defence, but only as far as Suárez. Now linking up with Blanco on this right hand side. Blanco, the skipper. Back to Suárez. It's good play. It's been bold from Alaves. They've still had to do a lot of defending, but they are going for it. Now they've got some space here from about 12 yards out, but it's blocked straight away by the Barca defence. But Alaves still on the attack. Some appeals for handball. Nothing given from the referee. He turned that down straight away. Again, much to the dismay of the very vocal home support behind the net there. Barcelona are back in possession. 10 minutes to go then before the interval. Well, plus any stoppage time. I think that came off Balde's shoulder there, so I think that would have been far too harsh if a penalty decision had been awarded to Alaves. Barca back on their next attack though. Olmo and to Bardghji. Bardghji plays the ball to Koundé. Koundé's got some space here, chips the ball in, headed away by the Alaves defence. Now Barca have still got a chance here, and a player goes down. Nothing given from the referee. It was Balde that went down there, but referee not interested. And it'll be a goal kick for Sivera to take. Some shirt pulling. Definitely some shirt pulling. I mean, Balde certainly still didn't need to go down. But there was some shirt pulling though. I'm sure VAR will look into it, but I think it would be incredibly harsh if that was to call the referee over to review his video monitor. If they have checked it, the check has already come to an end, and Sivera will take the free kick. So into the 37th minute then. Still Alaves 0, Barcelona 0. Long distribution here. This falls to Barcelona's defence, and they'll now feed the ball back to Szczesny. Just a reminder of the subs, by the way, very quickly for Alaves. Alenya, Protosoni, Otto, Diaz, Enríquez, Fernandez, Calabe, Guevara, Ibánez, Mañas, Munoz and Pacheco. On the bench for Barca tonight, Aller, Araujo, Christensen, Cancelo, Espart, Eric Garcia, Joan Garcia, Pedri, Marquez, Martin, Gavi and Torres. Into the 38th minute now. Barcelona just playing the ball out from the back here. just dictating the tempo largely for this game. But as we mentioned before, this has been a very spirited effort from Alaves. Certainly not playing like a side who are, 2 points adrift of safety, playing against the La Liga champions. Still a long way to go though. Rashford just cuts into the centre. Now into the centre of midfield. Now Koundé on the right flank, only about 10 yards away from the byline. Plays back to Bardaji. Should be cleared away by Rebash, who's had a very good game for Alaves so far. I think still the moment that Alaves, I think, are still best known for is when they played in that classic UEFA Cup final. I think it was back in 2000. I think it was. I remember watching it as a kid in my living room. Alaves losing to Liverpool 5-4 after extra time in probably one of the best European finals from any European tournament there's ever been. Liverpool winning that game 5-4 after extra time, and I'm pretty certain that was Alaves' first ever season where they played in a European competition, and they nearly went all the way. Of course, that competition now known as the Europa League, and that will be contested by Aston Villa of the English Premier League and SC Freiburg of the German Bundesliga. That's on Wednesday the 23rd of May. Just a break here in the game. Well, it's going to be a throw to Barca, just about 15 yards behind the halfway line on the left-hand side. Still waiting for the delivery, and the Alaves supporters behind, getting pretty impatient with how long Barca were taking there with the throw. Goes all the way back to Sivera, and he clears away. Now Diabate trying to win the ball there, just forcing the Barcelona defence under pressure. They have to feed it back to Szczesny, and now he'll clear the ball away, the Poland international goalkeeper. Now Koundé. Bernal. It's a very, very long ball up there, trying to find Rashford. It was ambitious, but just falls right into the path of Sivera. So 5 minutes to go then of this first half, plus any stoppage time given. I'm still waiting for the deadlock to be broken. Attempted clearance there by Barcelona. Actually ricochets off an Alaves player, and the ball loops up into the air. And Szczesny wins the race just ahead of Ibrahim Diabate. Still 2-0, by the way, to Manchester City at home over Crystal Palace. It's also the final of the Coppa Italia. After 54 minutes, it's currently Lazio 0, Inter Milan 2. So Inter Milan seemingly on the brink of recording a domestic double after winning the Serie A title just a few days ago. It's now Getafe 2, Real Mallorca 0 in the other La Liga game being played tonight at the same time. Barca's defence then, back in possession, now into the centre circle, just over the halfway line now. Ball played into Koundé on this right-hand side. He's seen plenty of the ball so far. Kubasi, now Cortez. Just over the halfway line again. Alaves, very nice shape to their side so far in this game. They've kept their shape well. It's been organised. And it's withstood Barcelona's attack so far. Now Alaves can go on the counter here. Could even go for a shot, and it's on target, but it's straight at Szczesny. And the shot lacked pace, lacked conviction. And in the end, a comfortable save for Szczesny. As if it was Tenaglia who took it, and it was very much a centre-half's finish. So 3 minutes to go then, plus any stoppage time before we reach the interval. Still goalless between Alaves and Barcelona. Barca go forwards once more. Down this left-hand side, Balde linking up with Rashford. Now Casado. Chipped delivery there to the right flank. Find Koundé. Into the middle. Casado. Now Kabasi. Olmo. Now back to the left wing. It's good possession here from Barca. Alaves just can't get the ball at the moment. Just under 2 minutes to go. Plus stoppage time. Casado. That's the right flank. Bardaggi. Left-footed delivery. Should be dealt with by the Alaves defence, and it is. Now, Toni Martínez wins the ball. And he's bravely going it all by himself down this right-hand side, but he desperately needs support. But he's done well to win a throw there, and quite rightly gets some big cheers from the home support. So he was a bit, kind of must have felt like a bit of a lost cause there, but he's made up a lot of ground, and he's won a throw-in for his side for his efforts. So a throw-in for the hosts, about 10 yards away from the corner flag. And what a time this would be to score for Alaves if they could do this. Less than 60 seconds now before we find out how much stoppage time there will be. Long throw then into the 18-yard area. It's a bit of a waste though. It's going to be a goal kick for Chesney to take. Last touch came off Denis Suárez. But to no avail. Just in the live as it stands table then. So if this game was to end 0-0, and if in the other game Getafe do win 2-0 against Real Mallorca, Alaves would be 1 point adrift of safety. But all could change very quickly. So we've actually just got a corner kick now for Alaves. And again, if they could get a goal here, what timing that would be. We're only going to get 1 minute of stoppage time, so this is surely going to be the last chance of either side getting a goal in this first half. So still 0-0 between Alaves and Barcelona. Corner comes in. Headed away initially by the Barcelona defence, but they've got a chance here from close range, and they've taken it! Alaves have taken the lead here, and it's through Diabate. They have broken the deadlock with surely the last chance of the first half. And Alaves, that is a huge, huge goal for the hosts there. The home supporting, fine voice. And it's the number 22, Ibrahim Diabate for Alaves, who's still celebrating right in front of the supporters behind the net. He slotted the ball home confidently there from close range, and Barcelona's defence just did not clear their lines properly. And what a huge goal that could be in this incredible relegation battle. Diabate just got ahead of his man. Wasn't the best defending there from Barca, and Diabate did well there to maintain his balance because he's being shoved down to the ground pretty much there by Bernal. But Diabate keeps his composure.
Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok.
To this midweek La Liga tie between Barcelona and Deportivo Alaves. The two sides are out and back underway as Alaves get things kicked off in this second half, shooting from left to right.
Welcome back everyone, Matthew Rhodes here for Flash Score. I'm just about to start the second half coverage here in this crucial La Liga game at the Mendizorroza Stadium between Deportivo Alaves and Barcelona, where the hosts lead 1-0 thanks to a very late goal in the first half from Ibrahim Diabate. He's given Alaves a crucial lead. I mean, this is how crucial we are talking, by the way. I mean, I'm really not understating this. The bottom half of the La Liga table is so congested. I've never really seen anything quite like it. It's astonishing. So that goal from Alaves sees them move up in the as it stands table from 19th, which is second bottom, and 3 go down, into 15th. So that one goal moves them up 4 spots. And there's now in the as it stands table just 5 points separate Girona in 19th in second bottom to Real Sociedad, who are 8th. 5 points separate 8th from 19th, which is second bottom. Absolutely extraordinary. And now a whole host of clubs, because of what Alaves are doing here, are in really big trouble. And at the moment, Levante are now in the relegation zone. Now, the second half has just started here, and we've actually already seen a yellow card after just 20 seconds of the second half. And it's gone to Rashford, a stray elbow there. That's caught Nahuel Tenaglia. And so Rashford receives the first yellow card of the game. He's still pleading his innocence. But the referee has made his decision, and it's a a free kick to Alaves, around about 15 yards over the halfway line on this right-hand side. It's still, by the way, 2-0 to Getafe over Real Mallorca. And even more extraordinarily, so from 19th up to 16th, so it's Girona, Levante, Real Mallorca and Elche, they are all on the same number of points, which is 39. And Alaves sit just 1 point above them. That's how tight it is in the as it stands table. Free kick comes in then, long searching delivery, comes to nothing though. It was aimed in at the far post, but Alaves couldn't control it before it went over the line, and so it'll be a short goal kick for Wojciech Szczesny to take, the former Arsenal goalkeeper. So Barcelona just moving down this left-hand side then. Balde to Rashford, who needs to be careful now as he's the only player on the booking. And Barcelona switch to the right-hand side. Moving forward with Kubasi. Now Balde. Rashford. And just before Rashford can get the ball, it's cleared away by an Alaves player. In fact, it was booted quite close to the Barcelona dugout area. And I don't think some of the Barcelona players really appreciated that. I think the referee is just having to just calm a few things down. I think the Alaves player, it was the number 7, Ángel Pérez, just explaining, well, he's pleading the case that he didn't mean to boot the ball right into the Barcelona dugout area for a throw-in. I think some of the Barcelona players are too happy with that, though. And in fact, one of the Barcelona players putting a finger over his mouth as if to say shush to Pérez there. So just beginning to get a little bit feisty then, this game. Of course, as we touched on before, this game doesn't have a massive amount of significance for Barcelona, but the demonstrations are still going on here. It was after Pérez booted the ball away for a throw-in, and it kind of went straight into the Barcelona dugout area, and I don't think a lot of the Barcelona substitutes took too kindly to that. Now we can finally get this game back underway and get things resumed here, so things have now calmed itself down enough. It just adds a bit more spice to this game. Just a reminder that if Barcelona can win every game left, they would win. Well, they've already won the La Liga title, but they would end the league season with exactly 100 points. Glancing header there from Lewandowski. Now Rashford just goes inside the 18-yard box on the left-hand side. He's got 2 Alaves players around him, though. Rashford goes down. Nothing given, though, by the referee. A little bit surprised by that. Thought he was shoved over there by Koski. Nothing given though in the Barcelona dugout area. Again, not happy with that, especially Hansi Flick, the head coach. It just adds something a bit more to the game here, with Barcelona just a bit riled up at the moment. This would be a phenomenal win though for Alaves, given how huge this game is for them as well in terms of significance, with being 2 points adrift of safety and time running out for them to stay up at the top tier of Spanish football. Now Alaves on the attack here. It's a great turn. Delivery comes in from the left hand side. Diabate gets a header on target and it's palmed away by Szczesny. And that was a big opportunity there for Diabate to bag his second goal of the night. Gets his header on target, and Szczesny had to claw the ball away. That was a big chance there for Alaves. Free header almost. I don't think he just quite got the connection that he wanted there. His header bounced into the turf and then right in front of Szczesny. So even though it wasn't exactly a bullet header, just made it a bit awkward for the Polish goalkeeper. And he did enough there to claw the ball away. So Alaves almost going 2-0 up there in the 6 minutes of the second half. And for Alaves fans now, especially for any Alaves fans listening in here to our coverage, these will feel like a very long 39 minutes to come. Alaves now just trying to play the ball out from the centre of midfield through Suárez. Good interception from Rashford, and has ended up winning Barcelona a throw-in. Taken quick, Balde to Cortés. No substitutions, by the way, from either side at half-time, so full allotment of 5 substitutes can still be made from both Quique Sanchez Flores and Hansi Flick. Barca back in possession then. It's been quite a tasty start to this second half. Barca still in possession into the centre of midfield. Again, good shape by Alaves. really withstanding Barcelona's threats so far. And it has to be said, Antonio Sivera hasn't really had much in the way of saves to make, but of course, still quite a way to go. Rashford on this left-hand side, cuts the ball into the middle, about 30 yards away is Casado. Not a great delivery though, and the Alaves fans ironically cheer that attempted flighted delivery from Barcelona. They'll take that all night long. And it'll be a goal kick for Sivera to take. And he will take his time, as you can imagine. Still Getafe 2, Real Mallorca 0 in the other La Liga game taking place at the same time. There's about around 5 minutes to go in the Premier League game between Manchester City and Crystal Palace. It's now 3-0 to Manchester City. Savinho with a goal in the 84th minute. So that just keeps the pressure up there on Arsenal. Remarkably, it's now Motherwell 2, Celtic 2. And Hearts still lead Falkirk 2-0. So, astonishingly, if Motherwell could get another goal against Celtic, it would mean Hearts would win the SPL Premier League tonight. Hearts play Celtic at Celtic Park on the final day of the season this coming weekend. So, we'll keep you up to date with how those end. Back here, though, at the Mendizorroza Stadium. Barcelona playing the ball through the centre of midfield. Olmo now to the right hand side. Bardaggi with his left foot plays the ball back into the centre. Balde wants to play the ball to Rashford. Too many Alaves players around him though, but Balde gets the ball back. Olmo from 25 yards out, that's a better delivery, finds Koundé. And he's won Barcelona a corner. Thought it came off Koundé last, but looks if the final touch actually came from Rebash. It's quite brave actually from Rebash. He's been one of the best players on the pitch so far. So it's a corner though to Barcelona. In swinger of a delivery, just headed away by the Alaves defence. Now into the 55th minute. Barcelona have actually won a corner here because Alaves attempted to boot the ball away, ricocheted off Rashford who charged the ball down, but then it inadvertently came back off the Alaves defender. So it's now a corner here for Barcelona on the opposite flank on the left hand side. It's going to be Rashford to take. He's got Dani Olmo right next to him, so it looks as if he's going to go short here. Olmo to Rashford, plays the ball in. It's a good delivery here, but that's a good punch there from the goalkeeper. That is the moment there where you need a solid punch there from your keeper. Then Rashford again plays the ball in, but that's not a good delivery this time. And again, Alaves fans very much enjoying that second pretty poor delivery within the space of around 3 minutes there. So around 34 minutes to go then, plus stoppage time. And I'm sure these will feel like very, very long minutes here. It'll feel more like 34 hours, but a win here for Alaves. Of course, it doesn't mean they're safe. Far from it. It just puts them in a much better position though. Especially if they can beat already relegated Real Oviedo away from home in their next game this coming Sunday. So win there, if they can also get a victory today against Barca, would surely put them right on the brink of being safe. Long ball punted up top then by Alaves. Bit of head tennis at the moment. Diabate almost getting ahead of his man, Kubasi. He's not had too many touches, Diabate, but when he has been involved, he has caused the Barcelona central defence quite a few problems, Kubasi and Cortez. So it's going to be a throw-in now to Alaves on this left-hand side as we move into the 58th minute. Only about 15 yards away from the corner flag on the left flank. Short throw comes in. And it's a low delivery, but that just goes straight to Barcelona's defence. And it's going to be a free kick to Barcelona just on the edge of their own penalty area. So free kick taken short, and has to be said, we'll have to check the stats out very shortly here, but Antonio Sivera, the Alaves goalkeeper, hasn't really had much in the way of proper saves to make so far. Barcelona back in possession though, in the centre of midfield with Casado. Big battle there, and Alaves have given away a free kick. No yellow card though. Still Rashford with the only booking of the game so far, as we're coming towards the hour mark. Olmo. Now with Koundé on this right hand side. Plays the ball over the halfway line. So back to Barca's defence. Cortés plays the ball through the middle. Olmo looking to find Lewandowski, who has not really featured all that much in this game. Barca still in possession with their defence. Balde to Cortés and back again. Just in terms of the match stats, Barcelona have had 7 shots but 0 on target, and that cannot have happened too many times this season. As we touched on before, Barcelona have scored 91 league goals, and they're still to actually get a shot on target in this game. Might it come now though with Dani Olmo? No, it won't. 25-yard effort, dragged along the turf, but the accuracy wasn't there. So another shot goes wide. Alaves have had 8 shots with 3 on target. So Antonio Sivera at the moment has had a much quieter game, I would imagine, than he anticipated. But Barcelona look to be making changes sooner rather than later. So let's see how that impacts the game here. But at the moment it's a precious, slender lead that Alaves have. As we're now at the hour mark of this match. Alaves 1, Barcelona 0, thanks to that goal on the stroke of half-time from Ibrahim Diabate. Long searching delivery down the left of centre from Barca, looking to find Rashford, goes down. But referee not interested. Rashford, to be fair, doesn't even appeal. So coming on for Barcelona, well, definitely coming on because there's going to be more than one change. Xavi Espart is going to come on for Barca. There's going to be a couple of changes definitely being made by Alaves as well. But also looks as if Pedri is going to come on for Barcelona too. I think when the ball next goes out of play, and in fact the ball goes out of play now, because that was not the best of goal kicks there from Sivera. Goes straight into the dugout area. And so I think we're going to see a triple Barcelona substitution then. Pedri is coming on, Ferran Torres is coming on, and Xavi Espart is coming on as well. But who are they coming on for? Let's have a look. So Bardghji is off. Ferran Torres comes on for him. Just receiving confirmation. Casado is being replaced by Pedri. And Pau Kubasi is coming off. And he's replaced by Xavi Espart. So it looks as if Alaves have just held off from making any substitutions so far. So I think they're now going to bring a couple of subs on when the ball next goes out of play. So He's on for Bardaji, who has had a pretty quiet second half. Attempted through ball there, trying to find Lewandowski, Barcelona captain. An attempted through ball down the right hand side from Alaves, but that just goes straight through to Szczesny. For Alaves then, looks as if Aitor Mañas is going to come on, and also Pablo Ibánez as well. They look to be the two subs that are going to come on whenever the ball next goes out of play. Crucial moments here for Alaves this season. Just heading towards the 64th minute. Still Alaves 1, Barcelona 0. In the centre of Barcelona's midfield. Barcelona have got some space here. And the shot comes in, but it's a long way wide. That's not going to trouble Sivera, so Barcelona still without a shot on target, remarkably. 64 minutes gone. Effort there from Bernal, goes a long way wide. So Mañas and Ibánez is coming on for Alaves, and it's going to be the goal scorer coming off, and he gets a huge reception from the Alaves home support, as you can imagine. So Ibrahim Diabate is coming off. So Diabate off, and Aitor Mañas comes on for him. Confirmation of the second substitution. Denis Suárez is off, and he's replaced by Pablo Ibánez in that double change there for Alaves. So Barcelona have two more subs that they can make. Alaves with three more. Glancing header from an Alaves goal kick taken by Sivera. Now with Blanco, the skipper. And Alaves still going forward here. They're wanting this second goal. They're wanting this cushion. Ball out to the right-hand side to Pérez. Delivery not great though. And that'll be taken by Ferran Torres. Just having to sit deep, and he's just gone down actually. He's just been tripped. A little bit surprised the yellow card hasn't come out there. Still only Rashford with the only booking of the game so far. Yeah, surprised Blanco hasn't seen a yellow card, because he left the studs in there on the number 7, Ferran Torres. Nice introduction to the game for him. So game resumes again. Barcelona just looking to play the ball out from the back then. Now to Cortés. Koundé. Looks as if Koundé is playing a more central role now after those substitutions. Long aimless ball from Barca. Can't be many times that you can say that. And just goes straight to the goalkeeper. Strange performance from Barcelona. Still no shots on target. Of course, motivation naturally. I mean, surely it doesn't matter what team you are when you've already won a league title and you know there's no other competition you can win. You know, the motivation surely can't quite be, 110%, but still, it's not been a very good performance from Barca. And Alaves have taken on this right hand side. It's going to be Pérez to take. Just takes a swig of a drink just before he takes the throw. Pérez still just waiting to take the throw. He's going to take it long, aimed right into the 18-yard box. Glancing header, just comes out to 25 yards out. Shot comes in, it's blocked by the Barcelona defence, and now Barca will look to play the ball out of danger. It's a poor pass, but they've got away with it because the assistant referee on the near side has spotted an offside somewhere. So Barcelona get away with that one. Yeah, it was an offside just in the build-up. It was the right decision. It's now Getafe 3, Real Mallorca 0. So things going from bad to worse for Mallorca. Attendance, by the way, is 19,138 here at the Mendizorroza Stadium. It's confirmation that Manchester City have beaten Crystal Palace 3-0 at the Etihad Stadium. So with 2 games to go for every team in the Premier League, Arsenal hold a 2-point lead over Manchester City. I'll tell you that Celtic have scored a dramatic goal in stoppage time to go 3-2 up. Iheanacho penalty in the 98th minute has given Celtic a 3-2 lead, and they're now in the 10th minute of stoppage time there. So it looks as if it's going to go all the way to the final day of the season to decide whether Celtic or Hearts win the SPL title. Remarkably, they play each other at Celtic Park this coming weekend. So it's a free kick to Barcelona, just tucked away on this right-hand side. Now to Cortez. Balde on the left flank, about 15 yards over the halfway line, inside the Alaves half, but still, at the moment, no shots on target from Barcelona. Just been another goal, by the way, in the Getafe-Mallorca game. Mallorca have got a goal back, so it's now 3-1 to Getafe. And the tempo of this game really has just dropped here. It's quite a strange performance from Barcelona. The attacking threat just nowhere near what it usually is. But Alaves have worked so hard for each other. Great clearance there from Koski. Still going to be a throw though to Barcelona, midway down the left-hand side, inside the Alaves half. Throw sent over to Pedri, who came on as a sub around about just under 10 minutes ago. Great challenge there in on Olmo. That's Barca's right-hand side. That's well won back though by Blanco. Now Alaves can go further down this left-hand side, just over the halfway line. Looking to play a ball up top. Support in fine voice here. They can sense a famous victory. Again, just to clarify, it certainly doesn't mean that Alaves are safe, but it puts them in a much better position than they were at the start of today. They would move up from 19th to 15th place if the scoreline stays as it is. It's going to be a throw to Barcelona on this right-hand side. It's back to the centre of defence, and it does look as if Jules Koundé has now moved into a central position from where he was at right-back. Now a long delivery from Barcelona, looking to play in Rashford. Looks as if Rashford has also switched position from the left to the right-hand side. Goes down, no foul given. There was a little bit of a shove there in the back from number 21, Rebash, despite Rashford's appeals. Referee says no penalty. Rashford's still the only player on a booking on this game. Definitely onside as well. Just to clarify, VAR is in use at this match. It was definitely a shove in the back, but nothing given by the man in the middle. And as you can imagine, Sivera just taking as much time as he can here with this goal kick. Straight up to Barcelona's defence. Now up to the left of centre. Just to the left of the centre circle. Balde. This is better from Barcelona. Ferran Torres, 20 yards out. Looks to play in a through ball, and it's cleared away by the Alaves central defence there. But that was better movement though this time from the visitors. Now Alaves seemingly have won a free kick here. Toni Martínez just being brought down. in a tussle there with Koundé. So 18 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Still Alaves 1, Barcelona 0 after that goal on the stroke of half-time from Ibrahim Diabate. It's going to be a free kick then, taken by the hosts, now finally taken. Now glancing header, takes the ball up to the outskirts of the 18-yard box. And then it's a low delivery for Ángel Pérez. Moved away by the Barcelona defence here, and then a shot comes in from 20 yards out, and it almost goes in there. A tip of the ball there from Szczesny. He just tips it around the post. It's going to be a corner kick for Alaves. Almost crept in there. What a shot that was from around 20 yards out. I think it actually takes a deflection on its way. It's actually cannons off the post. I've no idea why that's not being given as a corner, because it definitely took a deflection on the way. It was Garidi with the effort there, and that came so close to going in. So Alaves have struck the woodwork now. And you've got to say, at the moment, Alaves deserve the 3 points. They've set up brilliantly. They've really nullified the Barcelona attack. And they've come within a whisker of going 2-0 up here. And what's been a really brave performance here from this relegation-threatened side. 2 games to go for them after this game. Now Barcelona have won a free kick just on the edge of the centre circle. It's taken short and quick by Pedri. But it's taken too quickly for the referee's liking, so it's retaken again. Goes short again. Olmo looks to chase up a through ball here. And then the defensive clearance rebounds off Ferran Torres. And fortunately from an Alaves perspective, they're able to clear the ball away. Fell into a decent path, and they could still hook the ball away from danger. We do get the feeling they're going to have to soak up a lot of pressure now within these last 15 minutes. Olmo. Now Ferran Torres looks to play in a little through ball again, but Alaves' defence withstand the pressure. They're really having to sit in deep now. Barcelona, this has certainly been their best phase of the game so far. This is when they've been at their most threatening. Bernal. Koundé. Over to the right-hand side. Rashford. Bernal. Koundé again. Every Barcelona outfield player inside the Alaves half. 15 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Lewandowski loses his balance. Keeps the ball for now. He's done really well to keep the ball. Links up with Balde. Balde uses his skill to go past one player but can't get past the second. And then Balde bundles over Pérez. Surely going to be a free kick, but not given by the referee. The Alaves fans do not like that decision. Now Barcelona have the ball 25 yards away from goal. This is some intense pressure here. Glancing header from Olmo. It's hooked away again by the Alaves defence. And you do get the feeling now that Alaves are pretty much going to have to play 11 men behind the ball for the rest of this game. Torres to Balde. Now into the centre of Barcelona's midfield. Casado. And Bernal. This goes out of play. No, sorry, my apologies.